We're going to go live. I think. There we are. And our song. Well, hello, gentlemen. Welcome to
Hello, sir.
another episode of Four
Hi.
Nobodies Talking Sports. Let us know if there's something wrong. Please don't wait 25 minutes to tell us. But yeah,
Well,
everything.
I can hear you fine.
Yep.
But hold on here. Let me go to Facebook.
Bob, you should have said we
Please don't
can't
wait
hear you.
25 minutes.
All we see is your mouth moving.
Everybody said everybody last week said I sounded the best ever. The first 25 minutes I sounded the best. Yep.
Bob, you should have said we can't hear you. All we see is your mouth.
Yeah, okay, yeah, John, you're good.
We're good. I sound good. I can hear it too on the replay. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
We are without the sexiest man alive. Big. No, I can't say his name anymore. He wants to be called Mike Hawk.
Mike Hawk?
Mike Hawk. That's what he wants to be called instead of Big Dick Mike. I like Big Dick Mike. It's it's classic. It's a classic name.
Yeah,
It's straight to the point. No bullshit.
Joey Bag of Donuts and
Joey,
stuff.
dude, I want to use that one. Joey Bag of Donuts.
No, I'm serious. You didn't go with us to see Dom Irera, did you?
No, I didn't go see.
Oh, dude, classic. He goes, yeah, Italian neighborhoods, man. You got Big Petey, Little Petey, Repeaty, Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yeah, no, I didn't go that time with you guys. That was in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I think we've gone twice to go see Dom Irera. I've seen Frank Caliendo like 3 times.
I have not
And
seen him.
Frank Caliendo is just he's extremely talented and just funny as shit.
Yeah, I think he has a Netflix special. I have to look. I think he might. I might have to go check that out because it's been a while since I've seen him.
Yeah, no, if you ever get a chance to see him live, yeah, Frank Caliendo, absolutely.
So Brian, how you doing up there in North Dakota?
Not too bad. We had a crazy storm this weekend, but I mean, thankfully we didn't get hit. But there was 5 or 6 different possible touchdown tornadoes. There was a bunch of funnel clouds. Stuff got rained on, hailed on, all that stuff. But we just got rain here. But there's some other places that got hit pretty hard. So
Yeah, the whole country's getting hit with funky weather, and
yeah.
we're 91, Bob.
I am going up to Kennedy Meadows on Wednesday, and they're having thunderstorms and rain tonight and tomorrow.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just been super hot here for us.
Oh yeah, it's been hot. And I miss my pool. I wish I would have never sold that house.
That's right. You had the house with the pool. Yeah, you shouldn't have never. Yeah, I remember the pictures of you with the dog jumping in the pool all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would have never. Yeah, I was at Joey's today. I was gonna jump in.
I didn't get a phone call.
No. I was going to the post office, and he's by the post office, so I said I figure I'd stop there and see what he was up to. He's working.
Oh yeah, he's working from home.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Cool.
All right. Well, we got tonight's show. We're going to do something kind of cool. I thought it'd be kind of a cool subject, and that is to put together our dream starting offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, our starting offense. So I figured we have 3 different generations here. Got Bob could go back to the fucking 50s and give you names, but
maybe 60s, okay?
60s. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what kind of a team that us 3 could put together as our dream team. The guys.
To be fair, this isn't all of our teams. We each individual have teams.
Right. Yeah. Each one of us have our own specific team that we would, if we had an opportunity to start an NFL team, these are the guys that we would pick to be our starting 11 offensive players.
And everybody's in their prime.
Yeah, everyone's in their prime, so everyone's 18, 19, 25. So right now, no,
Well,
18, 18 would be
in their mid-20s,
mid
because
20s.
some
Yeah.
of these guys, it took a couple years to get ready and stuff.
Yeah. Some of those guys, yeah, they weren't, what is
Oh, what
is
a what do the Giants suck? Never mind.
the Giants do suck. I can't watch no more, Bob. I cannot watch no more. Can't watch anything anymore.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what kind of team that we would put together, and to see how many players that we have similar in common and picks, because we all want. I can't say the great ones in every. We don't really. After looking at our picks, I don't think we have too many great. Well, we do got a couple great ones that are in specific spots, but which one of you two wants to go first? You want me to flip a coin?
Go ahead, Brian.
Ryan? Ryan, you
Yeah,
want to go first?
mine's gonna be a fun one. But it's kind of interesting. So we kind of talked a little bit before about how, like, I would kind of analyze like how I would put a team together, and we kind of talked a little bit before we hopped on the air, and it's more of my style isn't average; it's beyond average. So like, I know one thing we talked about, like my offensive line itself. Like I actually went in a different direction, but I picked the 70s Raiders, the whole entire offensive line.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of sat there and thought about picking one or the other, or like putting different people together. I figured these people are a team. They know how to play together.
Right.
Like an offensive
Yeah.
line is a team. It's not one individual. When you start picking apart and putting different people together, they know their role, but they don't work as a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I picked the 70s Raiders.
Now, on your 70s Raiders, did you get Jim Otto, or did you go with Dave Dalby?
Bob Brown, George Bueller, Jim Otto, Gene Upshaw, Art Shell.
You went early 70s.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he gets to eat at Burger King for free, Bob.
Placerville, in Placerville, California.
Yeah. If you're ever in Placerville, California, he's got more than that one.
Yeah.
Does he own a bunch?
I know, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the one.
That's the famous one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian, and just in case you don't know, Jim Otto owns that one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, don't know that.
Yeah.
But upon research, like that's kind of figured, like that's it's a really good offensive line. They didn't allow a whole lot of sacks. They
Right.
stuck to the core and actually did what they needed to do. So
That's a good pick and good. That's how I was thinking the same way. I was thinking picking people, and then I started thinking, well, these guys, I don't know, would they work well together? You start putting superstar after superstar next to each other.
Right.
So that's why I went the way I did as well.
yeah.
You still
So
going with 72 Dolphins?
Yeah, that's why I picked it. And I can't. Well, let Brian do his. Shut up. Quit laughing over there.
Go ahead.
I knew all their names. God damn it.
After you Googled it.
I Googled.
Brian, who's your quarterback, Brian?
Okay, so my quarterback, I have a main quarterback and a backup.
Yep.
Okay. My main quarterback's gonna be the Michael Vick of 2001, 2006.
Nice.
There's a reason for this.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my second quarterback would be RG3 of 2012.
Mm.
I kind of know it.
Year. Yeah.
Yeah. Only reason why. Right here is where you start to notice a little pattern I got. My fullback's gonna be Mike Allstott.
Oh, good. I love Allstott.
Yeah, I was actually a big fan of his. First thing I did was I would think of a position in my head and figure out what name popped up first, and then went from there. I would do a little research. My running back would be Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I thought so hard with that one too. I fought with that one, man. I did.
Tight end would be Tony Gonzalez.
Nice.
And then here's where the fun part comes in with the quarterback. My wide receivers, I'm gonna have three of them. One's gonna be a backup usually.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, and Randy Moss.
Ooh, going Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that, but I just let it slide.
Yeah, I wanted
actually
really good running, multiple running styles, and have a deep threat, plus having people who can actually catch the ball mid-range if you need to. So that's kind of why I did that. So my quarterbacks really don't need to throw far; they just need to throw it to wide receiver is going to be, and they'll just catch it. So like I'm not worried
Right.
about accuracy.
Yeah.
So so that's kind of why it makes sense now. I want multiple running threads and multiple passing threads.
Good
Yeah. See, the
pick.
only thing is with the 70s, 60s teams, the linemen were just so geared to run block because
Yep.
nobody had a huge passing game back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't start passing till Don Coryell came out with San Diego Chargers, and then Bill Walsh came with the Niners. But your run game is strong, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, your run
That's
game with those guys blocking and stuff, and yeah, I mean, with Barry Sanders,
Yeah.
God, that's incredible right there.
that's so yeah. That's kind of what I conjured up. It's different, but I mean, with that line, you're gonna have Vic who can run, RG3 who can run, Sanders who can run, Allstar who can run,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have a pass no matter where you put it.
Yeah.
I forgot. I completely forgot. I blanked out with Barry Sanders. Completely
Yeah.
forgot about him.
Well,
Oh,
Well,
I was with my running backs. Well, get to yours, John. Then I'll
yeah,
do
yeah.
mine.
I'll do Mike. We're gonna save the best for last, Bob.
so okay, so I think maybe we should maybe rate what we think the others picked. Maybe
Sure, sure.
like out of 10, like maybe like 1 out of 10.
Just
John's
cause,
gonna be 1 out of 10 no matter what.
just cause
Um,
it's you, 3.5. No, I'm kidding.
sweet. I'm
No,
totally okay with
no,
that.
I'm not gonna go 3.5. Give me a break. Uh,
No. I would no seriously. I'll give you a strong 8.
yeah, that's where I was going. 8.85. Oh, right.
I'm
I would uh I would have some I would have some doubts with getting a running quarterback behind that offensive line with Barry Sanders and those two wide receivers because you to me with that offensive line you kind of want to uh, pocket quarterback, but
mhm.
Yeah,
those are great choices.
Yep.
good picks, Brian. Good
I
picks.
agree.
Not bad for somebody from North Dakota.
Hey,
Hey,
listen.
all right, let's go. I'm gonna start with my wide receivers, Isaac Bruce and Jerry Rice, with Edelman as a backup. And the reason I went with those guys is because I grew up with those guys and I watched greatness. And I think those two guys right there, game on the line, either one of those guys is money to me. And Edelman, I feel he's the same way. Watching him late in my life, to me, he always seemed like every time I watched him and the Patriots needed a big catch, somehow, some way, he always caught the ball. So, and he was always open. That little guy was always fucking open. It would piss me off because it would be like I'd see him come off the line, and you know how the cameras are in the NFL, and I'm watching him because I know Brady loves throwing to him, and that fucker's always open. I mean, is he that fast, or is he just not that important to cover? What do you think, Bob?
It's I think it's deceptive. Because he's not fast, but he's a good route runner.
He's a good
You
route
know what I
runner.
mean? And that's where, as long as you've got a deep threat,
Yeah,
that's the type of guy you want in the slot. Because you can't double cover Edelman because of the deep threat, but you got to have a good deep threat.
yeah,
And then you got to figure out what's on the other side of you. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Edelman gets a lot of one-on-one, and no one's going to guard him one-on-one
yeah. Nobody's gonna guard
because he
him.
never gets the team's best defensive
Yeah,
back.
that's true.
Best defensive back is going to go with the guy who's a deep threat.
Yeah. For my tight end, I had to go with Sharp. I just grew up watching him, and I thought he was a beast growing up. I mean, he could block, he could catch, he was quick as shit. He's an idiot. No, I'm kidding. But I just had to go with him. Sharp for me is my man. I think if you needed someone to block, he could do that. And he's big. He was
Hold
huge.
on one sec, John. Okay, hold on
Yeah,
one sec.
yeah.
Hey, Brian, who was your tight end?
Mine was Tony Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez.
Well, couldn't John use Edelman needed be on his tight end route if he wanted to too? Because I mean, since he's not like the person to go to, he would be a
Well,
great sub in there if need to be too for a quick route.
yeah, but the whole thing
He's
with
too
tight
small.
end, he's small. When you judge a tight end, They got to be
You
able
wanna
to
block,
block and go out.
right?
Yeah, he's got to block. I couldn't see Edelman blocking a 6'6" linebacker. Just no way. I couldn't see him
Right.
stopping a safety coming in on a blitz. That's for damn
I
sure.
mean, you could easily put him in instead of standing sharp. You just want to just go pass and just
I
quick
can
pass. Go.
I can see a safety flattening Edelman coming in on a blitz. My quarterbacks, my starter. This is just to piss off some people. Drew Brees is my starter, and my backup is Brady. Because I would be so much more into that if Mike was here, just to see his face. You know?
See, I avoided all Patriots. If you didn't notice,
Yeah,
all of them.
I you have to go with. I was kind of debating how I would go, but I think Brees' accuracy. God, I could just imagine him throwing to Isaac Bruce and Jerry Rice, and I could see if he could get the amount of touchdowns he gets now with his wideouts that he has right now. I could just imagine what he would produce with Isaac Bruce and Jerry Rice. So I had to go with Brees, but I was debating. I don't know. I like tough guys, and Brees to me is not like I like a tough quarterback, and I almost went with Steve Young because of that. But I kind of said no, I'm not. I don't think he compares to Brees. But my running back has got to be the guy I grew up watching, man. I mean, just I love the guy. I collected everything he had as a kid. When I have every one of his cards. It just I had to go with Eric Dickerson. I just had to go with Dickerson, and
I've got a big old picture
yeah,
from Eric Dickerson to Bob. God bless.
yeah, you lucky bastard.
Mike French got it for me.
Yeah. And for my fullback, I had to go with someone I hated. I hated the son of a bitch, and he hurt the fucking Rams all through the 80s. I hated the son of a bitch, but Tom Rathman, I had to go. That guy's a beast. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got power, and he's got great hands. So I figured have to go with him. I just couldn't think of another full. I mean, as soon as I thought fullback, my mind went right to Rathman. Him and the what's the other cocksucker the Niners had? I can't remember his last name, but I'm thinking late '90s.
William Floyd.
Nah, Floyd.
Barnett?
Yeah, I might have been him. I can't
He was
remember.
blocking for Ricky Waters.
Yeah, Ricky Waters. Yeah. And let's see, my offensive line is the entire 1972 Dolphins because, come on, undefeated.
Quick, name them.
Name him. Left tackle, Doug. I can't say his name. Krusan.
Bob Kuchenberg.
Yeah, Kusin. Yeah.
Without looking at your monitor.
Oh, without looking at my monitor, left guard. Yeah, the left guard, left tackle was Doug Kurson. I'm not looking. I swear to God.
Yeah, look at your eyes.
Center, Jim Langer. Right
Langer,
guard.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, right guard, Larry Littles. And
Larry Little was a stud. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and right tackle, Norman Evans. That's my lineup. That is my Super Bowl fucking lineup. Nobody beats that lineup.
See, for those who don't know and kind of catching this, we've been giving John crap about his lineup for a little bit because he's like, I'm going with this full line. We're like, you don't know who they are. I do too.
Yeah.
And then he decided to Google them all.
I had to Google them. I mean, come on. I was born in 1968, so I was 4 years old when that team won the Super Bowl. So even if I tried to remember.
I did look mine up too because I was born in '80.
Yeah,
so that was way before my time. So
yeah.
Well, yes. See, yours. I knew Jim Otto, Gene Shaw, and Art Shell. I just didn't know that.
I knew most of those players. Well, I knew. Yeah. Well, Art Shell. Obviously you know who. Everybody knows who Art Shell is. Yeah. I mean, he coached that crummy team for a while. Well, he actually won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl with them, right?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't. I thought he did win a Super Bowl. Came close.
John Madden won a Super Bowl, and Tom Flores won two Super Bowls.
That's right. That's my team. So,
well, the good thing about your offensive line, is the Dolphins are the only team to have 3 1,000-yard runners in one season.
Yeah.
And this is a 14-game season.
Yeah.
So you had Larry Zonka, Jim Kick, and Mercury Morris all got 1,000 yards in one season. behind that offensive
Yeah,
line.
I looked at that up too. That was one of the reasons I picked them. I didn't pick them just because they went, 14-0. I also looked to
Mhm.
see how well the running backs did behind them because obviously,
yeah.
I mean, I got why have Eric Dickerson if I got no one to block for? Because I
Well,
almost
you know,
went.
though,
You laughed, but I almost went with that Denver Broncos team because in my mind, that team, that offensive line, there was no those guys block. They're guaranteed 5-6 yards every time they ran the ball. That line.
well, and when I was looking at your stuff, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, well, if he picked Eric Dickerson, why did he pick the Rams the year that Dickerson rushed for 2105?
I thought about that, but I didn't want to be a homer.
Ah,
Because I know if I would have done that and Mike was here, that's what we would have heard. Like
dude,
whatever,
Tom
dude.
Mack, Jackie
It's a good
Slater,
team.
come on, man.
It was a good team. I was I was even gonna go further back with I was gonna go with Ferragamo, man. I was gonna bring him up, man. No, I'm joking.
Oh, Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, then I would have had to call bullshit on you.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know, right? Throw that Hail Mary up there. 1, 2, 3 seconds left in the game. No, I think I did okay.
No, it's a very good team.
Yeah, very good team. Super Bowl team.
You know, I'd give it a 7.
7. Oh, you're killing me. All right, let's hear the great ones line up.
Okay.
Let me give you a proper drum roll. You can't hear, but proper drum roll for Bob's picks here. Go, Bob.
Okay, all I gotta say is this is a lock. Okay.
This is a lock.
So when
Well,
I was
we
putting my
didn't-
team together, and
we
actually,
We didn't rate John's team yet.
Yeah, Bob.
I gave him a 7.
Bob gave me a 7. 3.5.
Well, I want to give you a 7 because the offensive line you're using, they didn't have a great pass game. Okay, so how is your quarterback gonna do with an offensive line that doesn't know how to pass block? Because if you look, Bob Greasy that year probably had 2,600 yards for the whole season. I mean, Paul Warfield was the wide receiver, and I'm surprised you didn't use the Dolphins tight end because the guy had a great name.
Yeah, he did. What was it?
Howard Twilley.
Yeah, I couldn't. I had to go sharp.
Howard Twilley.
Wait, I have your sound. Didn't I do it? Got burned. Here's Bob. I did yours. Didn't I do one for you? Maybe I didn't finish it.
Oh no.
Didn't I do it? You heard it. You heard it, right? I made one for you, and I think I let you hear it. I don't see where it's at. Oh, I know where it's at. I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Hold on before you do your pickies. Audacity. Where are you?
So while he's looking for that,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm listening to what Bob's saying. And I'm going to agree with Bob because he knows what he's talking about.
No, now you agree with Bob.
Without me having to do a Google right now.
Don't Google.
And, in order for, he's got a valid point. If you don't have a good pass protection, your quarterbacks aren't going to do very good. He's got a valid point there, as great as your receivers can be. So, I still gave you an 8.5 out of that. Just saying, because
you're good,
your
good.
quarterback's going to have to be quick.
Right.
Oh, well, it's Breeze, man.
That's what I'm saying. But if you would have put Brady in there instead, I would have gave you like a 4.
Oh no, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way I put
I'm
Brady.
just saying.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Nah, yeah, there's no way I put Brady in there.
Somebody did comment and saying no Bo Jackson.
No Bo Jackson. I thought about Bo.
Well, his career wasn't that long.
No.
But if you're going to rate him in the all-time great running backs, I love Bo Jackson. I really do. Okay.
Yeah.
But man, there's so many other guys who are getting left off.
Yeah.
Like none of us picked Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
None of us picked O.J. Simpson.
Yeah,
Probably
I thought about it too.
Behind Jim Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there have been a lot of great running backs. I love Bo Jackson. He was a great running back, but he didn't have the career numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Bo Jackson was one-dimensional. Ran the ball. He wasn't great coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I wouldn't throw to him. I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I pretty much picked mine because I need somebody quick on their feet. And the first person that came to mind right away is Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
no, Barry quit.
Yeah.
Barry quit too soon. If Barry had a better team, Barry would be the all-time greatest running back in the history of football.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
if you put him like the 70 Raiders team, it was like it just
Oh
that
yeah,
in general. If you had that team, his numbers
oh
would have
yeah,
been way up.
yeah. If you had Barry Sanders playing with the Raiders in the early '70s and competing against O.J. Simpson and the Buffalo Bills, because O.J. Simpson got 2,000 yards in a 14-game
Yeah.
season. Eric Dickerson got 2,105 in a 16-game season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think
Brandon.
if Barry Sanders had the talented line, nobody
Let's see
would
what he
come
was up
close to
to.
Barry
He's
Sanders in the
working.
all-time. And
Yeah.
besides that, he quit too young.
Yeah.
He still had gas in the tank. He was just tired of losing it with a non-productive offensive line.
Yeah. Brandon and Larry, man, post those picks. We'd like to see what you guys put together. You know. And
Yeah,
I thought Bo
my
Jackson too, man. I really did, but I just, I lost all respect for Bo Jackson when I spent $120 on his shoes and they blew the air pocket blew on him on the second day. $120. It was the most expensive pair of tennis shoes I ever bought. I was in love with that guy. I thought he was just amazing. I went and bought those shoes as cross trainers, and I jumped maybe 3 feet off some steps to the ground, and all of a sudden here, pop! I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
I ever tell you that I had a Bo Jackson autograph when he was with the Kansas City Royals?
Oh no shit! When he was playing
Yeah,
baseball, that'd be a cool keeper too.
yeah. I gave it away to a buddy of mine who was a huge Raider fan, and his kids. I gave him the card. He takes home to his kids. His one kid's doing a book report on Bo Jackson. He goes, "Yeah, this is fake." I'm like, "No, it's not fake because I was there when he signed
Yeah,
it."
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So my
Let's hear this.
You
Let's
are
hear
up.
okay.
the greatest team ever right here, putting together by Bob Sharp.
Well, I mean, this is in my opinion. I just want to say thank you because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it would be fun to put a team
I
Okay.
agree.
together.
So so my whole thought process going into this, because I overthink shit all the time. Okay, I do. I'm like, okay, what kind of team do I want? So, and I thought about the going with so if I'm going to go old school, I would do your guys' offensive lines, but that's a run heavy offense, and I'm like I want to have fun with my offense. So that's why my offensive line I've got Jackie Slater, great run blocker,
Right?
good pass protector. I've got Reggie McKenzie, Buffalo Bills. He's him and Joe DeLong
Yeah.
was the reason that the Juice got 2,000 yards. Okay, and I went with Mike Webster, Pittsburgh Steelers of the '70s. Okay, back then there was two great centers, Jim Otto, Mike Webster.
Yeah.
Okay, and Mike Webster was just blocking for Franco Harris and all that, calling the line and stuff, because you got to have a guy on the line who's in charge. This next pick is kind of off the ball, but Larry Allen played at Sonoma State and up in Kentucky, Division II school. Got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
He started on that team when they were going to Super Bowls. Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin.
Irving.
The guy was just a stud. He was huge. He was fast. But it just for the fact that he came from Sonoma State.
Yeah, no name school. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, so he could run block, and he was pretty good pass block. So, and then on the backside, because my quarterback's not fast, he's not quick. Okay, Anthony Munoz. Okay,
Yes.
he's going to have the blind side for Peyton Manning. Okay, no one's going to get around Anthony Munoz because he played for Cincinnati, came out of USC as a Hall of Famer. Guy's just a stud. He was incredible. You just didn't get around Anthony Munoz. So that was my offensive line. I'm thinking, oh, okay, so my offensive line has got to be able to run block, but they got to be able to pass block because my offense is going to be fun. So my wide receivers, we all picked Jerry Rice because he's
Yeah,
fast.
he's a stud. How can you not?
Okay. Jerry Rice, there wasn't anybody close.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the other side, I'm like, okay, and I really want to go Isaac Bruce. I really did. But if I'm going to have Peyton Manning as my quarterback, I need Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, you need
They
to
had chemistry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My tight end is still playing. but I think he'll break all the tight end pass catching records. Travis Kelsey. Travis Kelsey will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Okay, now while you guys were talking about backups, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Bob, if you could have a backup wide receiver who's Mr.
Who's-
Clutch, who would you have? My backup wide receiver, Lynn Swan.
Lynn Swan, son of a bitch. See, all these names are just I'm like, God damn it.
Lynn Swan was clutch.
Yeah.
You know, every Super Bowl he played in, he did something fantastic.
So I'm always, God, I can close my eyes and picture him just stretching out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Exactly.
I forgot all about it.
Lynn Swan was, I mean, even when he played at USC, I was never a big fan because I hated USC. But when he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, still a Ram fan, the guy's talent.
Wait a minute,
Besides
you're
that,
not a
I met him at
USC
the
fan?
table in 2001. Great guy.
That's right. You're an OU guy, right?
No, Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, Georgia. That's right. Georgia. That's right.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't a USC fan. You're pretty much an all LA guy.
Yeah, no, I never liked USC. But so then I'm like, okay, so Peyton Manning is my quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I had to have a backup quarterback, it'd be Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I thought about it. It just when I went to look at those stats, I just couldn't do it.
Just because my offense is going to be like the greatest show on turf.
Yeah,
so that's why when I went fullback, I'm thinking to myself, fullback. I need a guy who played great fullback, who could block, but it's got to be my third receiver coming out of the backfield who has great hands.
Yeah,
and it'll be tough for a linebacker to cover him. Yeah. John Capoletti played fullback for the Rams with Lauren McCutcheon. Lawrence McCutcheon was a running back.
I have his card.
Guy came out of the backfield, great hands. Just Capoletti was just
that name. I can't forget that name. I can't forget that name.
You know what? He's an Italian boy from Philly.
Yeah.
You know, he went to Penn State, won the Heisman Trophy. They made a movie about him in his senior year.
Hey, Google guy, can you check? I think he's Sicilian even. Just not. He's not just Italian. I think he's Sicilian.
Oh, okay, he's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian. It's Italian, but I think
he's Italian.
His family's from Sicily.
So then I'm like, okay, running back. Who's my running back going to be? But because they got to be able to fit my offense. That's why I went Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
Because again,
you can't go wrong with Faulk.
Passes. He was versatile. He could run the ball 25 times a game. I'm not looking for him to run 25 times a game.
Yeah.
He had to.
And that second burst.
He just created a lot of problems for the defense.
Second burst, man. I mean, that guy he was just like Dion, really. He had that second gear, man. Dion, he would just pop, and then boom.
And then, like I said, Peyton Manning, because he was just he called his own plays because he looked at audibles and stuff. And at the quarterback position, I think he is one of the most intelligent people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you see him. I know the great ones never become coaches. Do you see him? You think? I know Montana. It's never too late, but the game might have passed Montana by now. But do you think Peyton would be that kind of guy? You think he'd step into like maybe start as a QB coach and then no?
No, I think Peyton Manning wants to coach his kids.
Yeah,
and I think Peyton Manning just wants to be on the sidelines now because
Hell, it's not long before we see another Peyton in the NFL too.
Actually, there is the next Manning
is Junior
Cooper Manning.
Yeah,
who played wide receiver at Ole Miss. Cooper Manning. He's the oldest Manning boy. Yeah. His son is going to be the quarterback at Ole Miss. And I think his son's name is Art because they named him after Art.
Yeah, I saw a couple clips on YouTube about him.
Yeah. So he got coached up by Uncle Peyton.
Oh, Larry's got his up there. You want to read those out there? Yeah. Or wait, Bob's not done. Bob's not done.
Oh, I'm done.
Are you done? Oh, we got to rate Bob's. I'm just gonna say 10 because Bob, every pick Bob lit a light up in my head, so I gotta. Yeah, I gotta go. Just to be fair, 9.5.
There you go.
See, I was gonna go for 9
because
the fact that he's gonna have a weakness in there somewhere, and it's gonna be exploited. That
My
little
weakness,
2% chance is going to
yeah.
be in there somewhere.
I think
Well,
his weakness is
my
the
weakness
offensive
is
line.
probably I don't think Mike Webster and Reggie McKenzie can pass block that great and keep up with the systems. That would be my weakness. But if I'm going to run the ball, I'm going to
Yeah,
run the ball
yeah.
behind those guys because it was really it's really tough.
Oh shit,
Mhm.
Larry got a good point there. I forgot about him as well. Son of a bitch. Larry's got. Oh man, how could we forget? How could I forget those two names? Larry's got quarterback Dan Marino,
Yeah.
running back Walter Payton. How do we forget? How did I forget about Walter Payton? See, that's the problem. There are so many great ones. When you start saying all throughout the NFL
Yeah.
history, and especially like our generation, and those are guys that we saw play.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh
with
Jesus, Mike Ditka is tight end. Jesus Christ!
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
I thought about that one too, but I'm like, I'm gonna stick to kind of my generation here.
Just to
I,
have
I
him, so you could say the
well,
Bears, the
right.
Bears,
if I'm gonna go old school tight end, I'm going Dave Casper.
Casper.
Well, you can't have the '85 Bears offensive team and you don't have Ditka on there.
Yeah.
Right.
You just can't
You want
do
to
that.
read? You want to read
Well,
off the other ones there, Brian? I don't know if you see him.
Yeah, yeah. Randy Moss.
Fuck.
I
I don't
mean,
think. Yeah, Randy's a good pick. I think it's
okay,
just the
so
head case. I don't want to deal with. I
he had
wouldn't
his
want to.
time, and then he kind of outshined it, and then that's when everything went to crap. I mean, you look at when he went to like the Patriots, he wasn't as good. Like he had a few good plays, but he wasn't that constant good that he had in like Minnesota.
But dude, think about that though. Randy Moss and Lynn Swan. Yeah,
Yeah.
ooh,
opposite on opposite
Yeah.
sides, dude.
Swan,
Jesus
yep.
Christ,
Yeah.
that's a safety's worst nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
oh,
You just,
absolutely.
yeah, but do you think Marino can pass that far though?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
do. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
they
Go
have
back
video of
and
him throwing like 85
yeah,
fucking
go
yards.
back and watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
dude.
back and watch Dan
You
Marino
young,
highlights
you
again.
young,
They
you,
had Mark Clayton, Mark Duper. They had, they were their offense was incredible. They really were. They didn't have a good running back. They had like Tony Nathan.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then he's got
But
the offensive line, the 85 Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
you know what?
That's
Okay, so here, okay, so the '85 Chicago Bears is a good pick. But if I'm going to pick one offensive line, I'm going to go to the '85 Rams because Eric
Yeah,
Dickerson ran for 2105. They had Dieter Brock as a quarterback, and they made it to the championship game
yeah,
against them
yeah.
with Dieter Brock as quarterback.
What was the
Mhm.
total yards for passing that year? Brian Google, unless Bob
Dieter
doesn't
Brock,
know. Yeah.
Dieter Brock was not good.
And then he picked his defense, which is a good defense. We didn't do. We might do defense next week, but his
that's
defense
kind
is
of what I was thinking
the
actually.
85 Bears, which is a pretty good fucking defense.
85 Bears was a great
Yeah,
defense. There, you know what? There's no weaknesses there.
yeah. There is none.
There's no weaknesses there. I mean,
I remember that and winning the Super Bowl, and it's just
I would put the 85 Bears up against the first two Pittsburgh Steelers teams that won the Super Bowl. Steel curtain.
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that's those two defenses that it would have a hard time picking between Pittsburgh Steelers defense 70s and
Well, I mean, if you just look at the linebacking core of just those two teams,
yeah.
on Pittsburgh you got Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, and the Hall of Famer Andy Russell. All these guys are Hall of Famers,
Yeah.
but nobody ever remembers Andy Russell, and he was incredible.
Yeah.
And then with the 85 Bears, you got Otis Wilson, Mike Singletary, and Wilbur Marshall.
Mhm.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's good picks, Larry.
Yeah.
God, you
No,
brought back
really
some. I mean, I don't know. Shit, man.
well, who's Larry's quarterback?
Oh, quarterback is Marino. Marino,
Oh, that's
man.
right.
Fucking Marino, man. It's just like Mr.
Walter
Accuracy.
Payton? Who's
Yeah.
his fullback?
His fullback
Mike
was
Allstott.
Allsack.
Yeah, okay. But see, okay, so I look at that and just because I lived through all that stuff. It's a very talented team. I think you lose something in the translation because Marino is gonna be handing the ball off a lot. So you're kind of taking some talent away from Marino, having just a guy who's one-dimensional Walter Payton running the ball with Mike Allstott.
Yeah, he wasn't known for catching coming out of the
No,
backfield.
no, no. I mean those that is a run-based offense.
Yeah.
And I think Dan Marino wants to go back and tuck the ball.
Yeah, he wants to.
That's what Dan Marino did.
He wants to go back in the beginning of the shotgun era.
Right.
Remember, Bob? I was like, "What's going on here? What are these guys doing? What is this? Does he want to be that far away?" When I first saw that, I was like, "Huh? What's going on here? Can he hike it that far?" I never forget my sophomore year in high school at Bayer. I came into practice. I was just on fire. I was in a bad fucking mood. Smoked a little bit before I got to practice, and I was just hyped up and I was pumped up, and I'm just blowing people away. I was inside linebacker and left tackle, and the coach is like, "You know what, Troncalli, get over here. You're gonna play center." I was like, "Really?" Like, okay, and I couldn't stop giggling every time he put his hands on my fucking ass. Every time he's like, "What are you doing?" I go, because I was high, and I was just like, "Dude, I can't do this. I don't want to play center." And then he's like, "No, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it." And I got in there, and the first play, I get fucking slammed on both sides and in front. I'm like, "No, fuck this." I go, "There's just no way for you to hike the ball and get your hands back up here to protect yourself. It's literally impossible." Well, that's what I thought, man. I was just like, "No, Coach Cy." I was like, no. Sorry, buddy. I was like, "This ain't happening." I just took a beating for 4 plays, and I was like, "No, I'll go back to left tackle. I'll just stick on defense." But yeah, good picks, Larry. Brandon, put those picks up there, Brandon. I know you got it. You're the youngster. I'd like to see your pick.
That's a good team he picked.
Mm-hmm. What do you rate Larry's team at?
Yeah, what do you rate Larry? I gotta rate Larry's team.
7.
I was gonna say 7.2, 7.5, somewhere right in there. God, there's some great names though in there, man. Fuck. Right. Walter Payton though. I got his rookie card.
Nice.
Yeah, I got triples of that card. I was so excited when I got it. I remember getting it when I was a kid. I was like, "Oh man, this is." Oh, I was happy. And then I started thinking of the O.J. Simpson's cards that I used for my bicycle. I was like, "Yeah,
right." That's what we did with cards.
Oh, I was so pissed off. I just started thinking the Mike Schmidt cards.
Yeah.
I hated the Phillies back then, and anytime I got a Phillies player, that's the card that I used to make the sound on my bike, man.
Dude, the Phillies never did though.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, look, it took us leaving Philadelphia for them to win a World Series.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but nah, yeah. Well, I kind of, that, and I can, we had a little balcony at our house, and I can see Veteran Stadium from our balcony. That's how close we were to the stadium.
Yeah, that's what Joe said. You guys just walked down Broad Street.
Yeah, it was just the stadium was right there. It was a great location for, I went to a couple games, and I remember that is the first place that I heard the F word. Officially, that wasn't Italian. That was the first time I heard that guy's a fucking bum. And I was just like, I looked at my uncle, I was like, and he just looked at me and says, "Nope." I can't say
Eagles game or Phillies game?
It's Phillies game. Okay. Yeah. That was the first time I heard the F word. I was like, well, that wasn't said in Italian. I'm off on Google. I knew what that meant, but I never really heard it like, "You fucking bum." I was like, "Guy's a fucking bum." But it's been true to this day. I mean, the worst fans ever. I'm sorry, dude.
Didn't they boo Santa Claus?
They blew Santa Claus. They
boo Santa Claus.
Yeah, they blew Santa Claus. They threw batteries at fucking what's his name? Who did they throw batteries at, Bob? Come on.
Barry Bonds?
No. Football, NFL.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I forget who it was too myself. I think about it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I forgot about Ditka. I don't know. I don't remember Ditka. I don't remember him playing that much.
Ditka played tight end in the 60s.
Yeah, I don't know if he had good hands.
Son of a bitch, and then they traded him to the Dallas Cowboys, I believe.
I couldn't tell you if he had great hands. I mean, it's tough. It's tough putting the team together. For like me, I like all those teams from the late 70s and the 80s were popping. Roger Staubach was popping in my head. Terry Bradshaw was popping in my head. All those guys. Even what's his name from the Eagles. I I was just thinking, yeah,
Jaworski?
Jaworski. I just all these names are popping up, and I'm just like thinking to myself, who do I want back there? And I just to me Clutch that I've seen throughout my years of watching football. I think Breeze is just that guy. I think he's just he could probably outthrow any of those. I don't know about today, but in his prime, I'm sure he could probably throw the ball 95.
Well, hey Brian, how come you didn't choose like Fran Tarkington?
Yeah, I was
or
wondering
Randall
that too.
Cunningham or Culpepper?
Well, so I thought about that. I did.
He didn't want to be a homer.
And
He didn't want to be a homer.
no, like I think that with Vic in there, it would have gave it a whole different dynamic than
I was
Culpepper
very
and
shocked.
Cunningham already played with Carter and Moss and whatnot, and everyone could see the stats from those guys.
I was shocked that you said Vic. I want to be
yeah.
honest there. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think you would pick Michael Vick. I couldn't see that. I wouldn't have saw that coming.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's what I said. I'm like, it's gonna be a curveball, and I think that story's already been written with those guys. Even if you put Jerry Rice in there, I don't think that would have changed anything.
Yeah, just
I think that if you replace the entire quarterback, it would have made a whole different shock to it.
yeah. But just make sure you didn't have any dogs around camp, Vic. There.
Hey, I mean, listen. I mean,
and you know what? Too, he had an arm. He had an arm too. He did have an arm, but his problem was he was always thinking run first for a while there. It was they had a hard time trying to keep him in the pocket. But you notice, remember though, when they started to try to keep him in the pocket is when he started getting hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just couldn't sit in that pocket.
I mean, really, because isn't Fran Tarkington like a god in Minnesota?
Yeah, he probably could walk into any fucking coffee shop and get a free cup of coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about best quarterbacks in the shotgun position, best in the pocket, best this. I'm like, but what if a defense gets through and they can't go anywhere? So I mean, you need somebody who can throw on the fly too, and all that stuff, too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Manning, Marino, Brady, the list goes on. Young, they're all good quarterbacks, but I don't think their run game is as strong as like Vic or RG3 at the time.
How about Terrell Owens?
I could be wrong, Bob.
Well, I think with their offenses and the way they were geared, they didn't have to run.
Right.
Peyton Manning was never going to be a great running quarterback.
Yeah.
But Peyton Manning, if you ask all the experts and stuff, the reason he's so good, and he's number 2 on their list. Number 1 was Joe Montana. Joe Montana was the best and fastest guy who could go from his first read to his 5th read.
Yeah.
First guy's not open, second guy's not open, third guy's not open, fourth guy's not open, fifth guy. Joe Montana was the fastest guy to do that. That's why he was so good in the short passing game.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning is like the second best doing that.
I mean,
Peyton Manning can do his reads. And what happens with running quarterbacks is it happened to Colin Kaepernick. Is running quarterbacks can't check all their reads before they run. They get past their first read, second read, they give up.
They give up. Yeah, I say.
See, I thought about like going really weird and going something like Doug Flutie and just being completely out. But I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I thought fucking Bob was gonna go all the way back. I thought Bob was gonna throw out Johnny Unitas there for a minute, man. See, I was right. I thought I was gonna hear Johnny Unitas' name, man. I was like, Bob's gonna fucking have Unitas in the backfield.
If I would have went with a big stud running back like Walter Payton or Franco Harris or Jim Brown, I would probably go with a Johnny Unitas or a Roger Staubach or even a Ken Stable.
Yeah.
Because the main focus would be to run the ball, and passing was secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of like somebody like Bobby Douglas too, who could actually really run. And I was like, I can't. I need to kind of stick with people I know.
Okay, no offense. Okay, I don't know what you guys smoke in your vape pipe. If you'd have picked Bobby Douglas, I would have wanted to have you tested. I mean, what the hell? What are you gonna do? Pick Vince Evans for the Bears?
Right?
Vince Evans, every game, Vince Evans would be like 5 for 25 for 300 yards. That's because he can only throw the long ball.
Yeah.
He had 5 completions for 300 yards. Couldn't throw short, but Vince Evans could run.
Yeah.
Bobby Douglas.
Right?
Bob's
Thanks,
all.
Brian. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Had to throw it out there.
Oh man.
I'm sitting here going through some other names too, and I'm like, I could just go really strange and just throw out a weird name, but I'm like, I couldn't do that.
Hey, let's throw this curveball in there. Who do you pick to be the coach of the team? Who'd be your
Ooh.
coach
Coach of this team?
of your team? Of your team, who would you be? You're the GM. You put that team together. Who would be your coach?
My coach is going to be either Don Coryell or hell, I'd even take Sean McVay for the Rams right now.
Yeah.
Just because that's kind of offense I want to run.
How about you, Brian?
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
Probably one of the best coaches is it's always just going to be.
Hold on, Brian. Hold on. Go ahead and say that again, because you had music over you.
I had music over me.
Yeah, I hit the. I hit the.
Why are you playing music over my?
I'm sorry. I hit the Jackie Moon song, and it's now won't stop playing. So you're gonna have to wait a second here until it's done playing. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
See, like I would have like if you say one of the best coaches, like the first thing that pops in my mind is Lombardi. No matter what, it just
Yeah,
pops in
it's
your head.
tough.
So I'm gonna just gonna have to just go on that,
Yeah.
John Robinson.
There you go. USC.
I just love that guy.
Rams, John Robinson. Surprised you didn't say Ray Alves.
No. That's that could no.
Oh, you don't know. See, what's fun
Chuck
about
Knox?
this? Chuck Knox.
The 73-77? No, I'm talking about 73-77 Rams.
This conversation is bringing back so many great memories.
Yeah.
But how could you not have like a guy like Tom Landry?
Yeah, Tom
Because
Landry
Tom
got that
Landry
fucking.
changed his whole philosophy when he got Staubach to go. He was the first one to run the shotgun. Really.
Yeah.
Tom Landry had changed, but he saw the change coming.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like Bud Grant, Don Shula.
Yeah.
And
he still wore that suit. He wore that suit. I don't know how he did it through that whole.
Mhm.
He was the only one, really, back then that
Yeah.
was still in a suit with that fucking pimp hat on, dude. I was just thinking.
Well, Hank Stram would always wear a suit.
Yeah.
And Hank Stram was, man.
Well, my high school coach, John, whatever his fucking.
John Sy played football at Navy with Roger Staubach.
Yeah, I played with him. He always brought that up.
So
he had pictures of Roger Staubach in his locker, black and whites, back in the Navy days.
about, I want to say 15 years ago, maybe longer, I met his daughter, Judy.
Oh, really?
And me and Judy were friends for like 10 years. I still know where she lives.
Oh, nice.
Great girl. But yeah, Roger Staubach, every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, still sends a Christmas card.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he brought that up at every practice.
Yeah.
You know who I played with?
Roger Staubach at the Naval Academy.
At the Naval Academy.
Yep.
So who's your coach? It's gonna be Landry, huh? Tom Landry?
Me?
Yeah, you're a coach. Who's your
Don Coryell.
Oh, Don Coryell.
Or Sean McVay.
Art Shell. No, I'm kidding. Oh no. No, I'm just kidding with Robinson. He was a good. I liked him as a coach, but my coach would have to be the guy that made my life living hell through the '80s. Bill Walsh.
Great call.
I have to pick Walsh.
Yeah.
The guy that.
Man, Lombardi is what everyone looks up
Yeah.
to be. Okay, when you go to Mount Rushmore for football coaches, you got Gord Tallis, you got Lombardi,
But let me ask you, Bob,
Landry,
if
Anthony
Lombardi's
Walsh,
are
or Don Shula.
if Lombardi's alive today,
Yeah,
could he coach an NFL team to a championship?
I think it
I
could.
believe he could coach a team. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I
Is that
want. I mean, that's the question we ask for all the old timers if they were alive today. I mean, that's the thing that always comes up. Well, if they were alive today, what kind of a player? You know, that same bullshit with if Jordan was alive today, how would Jordan play? Or if Wilt Chamberlain was around today, how would he play? And I'm thinking, well, Wilt was a fucking was a beast then. He's going to be a beast today, dude.
Well,
Fucking.
I mean, and that's the great thing about everyone say who's the greatest basketball player,
Yeah.
Jordan or LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going neither. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you put everybody in their prime,
Yeah.
now if you took LeBron out of this era and you put LeBron in the 70s and 80s, playing with Magic and Bird, where he got beat up every night because they didn't call very many fouls.
He'd go home crying to his mother.
I don't think LeBron's as good as he is because back then you didn't have the sports medicine. You didn't work out every day. I mean, you guys just didn't have great bodies. Yeah. You know, Larry Bird was in horrible shape if you look at it.
Can you imagine Dennis Rodman, young Dennis Rodman, covering fucking LeBron today? Both you in their youth, fucking Robinson would fucking flatten them out on the fucking ground.
Well, here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. What rules do we play by? The 80s rules or today's rules?
Oh,
because today you can't even look at a motherfucker
cross-eyed. No. If you know, that's what I'm saying. If you put LeBron back in the '80s with against just a name throw, you throw Robinson. Rodman on him back in the '80s. There's no way. Yeah. There's no way. No way.
My favorite thing was watching Larry Bird play against Dennis Rodman when he was on the Pistons.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Thomas said during the '87 playoff series that if Bird was black, he'd be average.
Yeah.
Pissed Bird off.
Yeah.
Bird wore him out.
Yeah,
Bird wore Rodman out after because Larry got pissed. Because now you're talking crap, and Larry just wore him out. Rodman was just like, "Oh, I'm done."
Yeah.
Okay. Isaiah, you need to apologize.
Yeah,
see,
please.
And that's why. That's one of the reasons Isaiah Thomas didn't get on the '92 Dream Team.
Yeah.
John Stockton instead.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan didn't like Isaiah Thomas.
Didn't like him.
Larry Bird didn't like Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Well, nobody liked that. Nobody liked. Nobody liked anybody from that Detroit team. Dude, to be honest, there was fucking.
Well, they were dirty. No one had dirty on everybody. He was a cheap shot artist.
Yeah.
I love that clip where Robert Parrish just punches him in the face.
Yeah. I just watched some of that. I decided to watch it. I'm not. Don't hate me, guys, but I can understand that Jordan's just great. I just gave up on basketball that after he left, and I really didn't care. But that new movie on Netflix with the Last Dance, I don't know if you guys have seen.
That was on ESPN before Netflix.
Yeah.
It was on ESPN.
Yeah, it was on ESPN, and watching that rivalry that the Bulls had in the beginning with Detroit, that was just, watching some of those clips, and I'm just thinking to myself, God damn, dude, can you imagine? Just like you're saying, imagine LeBron or even Kobe.
Right.
I mean, just, they're not, LeBron's got a lot more size than Kobe does, but, he may be able to take it, but I don't know. I don't think he would be. I think LeBron's a big guy. LeBron's a big guy. I think
Bill Russell would have ate Shaq's lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think
Bill Russell had to go up against Wilt Chamberlain and all these other great centers 10 times a year because the league.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Russell. That's why he won 11 rings.
Yeah, I don't even think fucking Shaq could cover. I don't think Shaq could cover Wilt Chamberlain.
No, Wilt would wear him out.
Yeah.
I think Shaq was banking on the size more than anything else.
In the post,
by far, and he wasn't a great shooter. He wasn't a great great free throws. I mean, if people got to him, he would use his size to block him. So that's why he's got his blocks. He uses size to dunk. He uses weight to push. I mean, you look at
he's a man. He's massive, dude.
Charles Barkley go at it. That was fun to watch because Charles Barkley was scrappy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was like this center tucked into this like power forward body, and he just wanted to just go at it.
Uh,
That's why you watch Charles Barkley and Dennis Rodman stuff. Like that stuff's great to watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, watching that the other night, it made me remember the Jordan rule. I forgot all about the Jordan rule because everyone always now this generation thinks the Shaq rule, but there was a rule playing the Bulls, and that was the Jordan rule. People forget that there was a Jordan rule, and it was funny just hearing how they played Michael. You know, those three rules that they had the Pistons when they played him. You know, to make sure to keep him on his left side. I just thinking to myself, did he have a weakness on his left side? I don't think so. I don't think that man had a weakness, dude. And just to just to keep him on the floor. That was their whole thing. Don't let Michael get in the air because once Michael got in the air, it came over. They couldn't
Well,
cover.
I think what was basketball's greatest downfall was when Jordan was the pinnacle of the league. He was the
Yeah.
face in the name. That's when they started changing the rules about the fouls. If you barely touch Michael, it's a foul.
Yeah.
But if rookies could get beheaded and they wouldn't call a foul.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when they started giving superstars calls.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that never happened.
Yeah.
And I think once you start watching that, things went downhill. But
I started
Shaq,
watching the
if you,
college game. If I'm going to watch this type of basketball, I might as well watch the college game because there's no egos there. That's why I
yeah,
switched.
and I just can't stand today's game because you got four guys out beyond the arc and one guy in the middle, and
Yeah.
everybody's taking threes, and there's no strategy anymore.
That's all it
Well,
is.
I miss the times where like threes were actually like something like you cheered about versus like
It was a
Right.
fucking. It was a phenomenal. It was just.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenon. It was just
I mean,
like
you look at Reggie Miller, for
Mhm.
instance.
I
Like,
hated that guy. I hated him
yeah,
so. Him and his
yeah. I
sister.
mean,
Reggie
mean,
shoot.
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't.
I mean, you put him behind the arc, like that guy, that kid. He could shoot in the day. Like he was
Yeah.
the one that you would not leave open. He was the one you would dual cover. He was the one like
hmm
you were worried about being beyond the arc there.
Yeah.
And Jordan, he could shoot threes too, but not constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jordan wasn't a great 3-point shooter.
No.
No,
No.
no, but he put him in that mid-range area, and
Yeah.
he could do anything.
Dude, as someone that I wasn't a big fan of him, but that turnaround jumper, that was fucking money every time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That was just,
There was I saw it on YouTube. There was a 5-person panel, and Reggie Miller was the fifth guy. So they're talking about who was a better 3-point shooter, Larry Bird or Reggie Miller. So it's tied 2-2, and they go to Reggie Miller. Okay, who's your pick, Reggie? And you're expecting Reggie to go me. He goes,
yeah,
He just laughing because
Yeah.
he played for Bird.
yeah.
Bird coached him, and he just shakes his head. He's laughing. He goes, "I gotta go with Larry Bird." Larry Bird was the most clutch player.
That's the thing with him, dude. I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, sometimes wasn't even. They say that like those professional basketball players. I remember hearing as a kid is like they don't need to see because they know where the basket is. And it's something that I remember being coached in high school. It's like I remember the coach telling us all the time, "See that? It doesn't move. It's there.
Right.
It's right there all the time. It doesn't go anywhere." So and that's how Bert. I mean, there's some shots where he's not even looking. He's not even looking at the basket, dude. And he's
Well, there's two great Larry Bird quotes. One of them's from Pat Riley. He goes, "If I want someone to take a shot to win the game, I pick Michael Jordan. If I want someone to take a shot to save my life, I'm taking Larry Bird."
Mhm.
And then Charles Barkley said, "God made Larry Bird slow with the ability not to jump to make the game fair for everybody."
to make it fair.
Well, if you compare stats from Bird and Miller,
Yeah.
they really do mirror each other
Yeah.
pretty
But-
closely.
Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
I think
and my whole thing with stats is you got to take stats in the perspective of what was going on at the time, because everyone goes, "Well, look at LeBron's stats, look at Kobe's stats."
Mhm.
Okay, here's the deal: Larry Bird put up good numbers, but Larry Bird also had Robert Parrish,
Fucking
Kevin McHale,
all-stars.
Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge.
all
Mhm.
stars.
Okay,
Yep.
Larry Bird wasn't the focal part of the offense.
Yep. Yeah,
Unless he wanted to.
and you can see that in some of the stats. Like you look at rebounds per game, Larry Bird had 10, Reggie Miller had 3. And there's
Yeah.
a reason for that. Same
Look
with
at
points.
assists.
Yep.
The
Assists per
assist.
game. Larry Bird was 6.3. Reggie Miller was 3, and there's a
Yeah.
reason for that.
Yeah.
So you can see it in the somewhat in the stats, but the one that is very interesting to me is like 3-point percentage. Larry Bird is 3.76. Reggie Miller is 3.95.
Yeah.
Field goal percentage 4.96 Bird, 4.71 Miller.
Yeah.
Free throw percentage 0.886 Bird, 0.888 Miller. Like those are the stats I was looking at, not like all around, because I know that with the style of basketball that was played,
Yeah.
can vary those stats dramatically.
Yeah. And
Well, if Larry
just-
Bird was in his prime playing today, Larry Bird would have better stats.
Yeah.
Because number one, there's no defense.
Yeah, fucking, he'd be amazing.
He had to play the Sixers. He had to play the Lakers. He
Yeah.
had to play the Pistons.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys all play defense and banged you up. Now you can't even touch a guy. Larry Bird would be phenomenal now.
Mm-hmm.
He'd light it up. He'd light it up.
Yeah.
He'd just sit there at the arc.
Well, I think he would look at
But he
other
could
guys-
drive. He'd drive.
Yeah.
He'd drive the post. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love listening to old Larry Bird stories because, I mean, God, what was his name? God, Byron from the Lakers.
Yeah,
Scott?
that Larry Bird, and
Scott?
Michael Jordan.
Byron Scott.
Larry
Byron
Bird.
Scott has a great.
How
Larry
did
Bird
I know
story.
this? How did I know this?
Well, you
Yeah.
you got to get some things right,
Yeah.
fucking Brian. I mean,
I had no Google on this one. Come on,
Yeah,
now.
you
I just
did.
knew it.
You
hey,
did.
hey,
But so he's like Larry Bird was the best trash talker because it was like late in the game. Larry Bird comes out of the huddle. He goes, "Hey Scott, look, I'm gonna come off the pick. I'm gonna grab the ball right here. They're gonna pass it to me. I'm gonna hit the shot."
yeah,
So Byron Scott goes, "All right." So Michael Cooper's on him. Sure enough, Larry Bird goes down, gets the pick, comes to the spot where he says in the corner. They pass him the ball. He hits a 3-pointer, and they win the game. And he goes, "I told you, Scott."
I don't-
And Byron Scott's just laughing
yeah,
because that's what Larry Bird would do. He's
yeah.
gonna tell you
Get in your
where he's
head.
gonna take a shot, where he's gonna take a shot, and he's gonna make it.
See, and that team, those teams, how many guys? All those guys are in the Hall of Fame. That whole
I think
Boston,
so.
every single one. Yeah. So I mean, you get a team like
Well-
that together. I mean, it makes you realize why teams like Detroit were put together.
Right.
And why teams like the Bulls. I mean, the Bulls
Right.
too. That was their thing. The Bulls knew that they to win a championship they had at that time because Detroit had taken over pretty much for Boston. So they knew if we're going to win one, it's going to be we got to go through
because
Detroit.
Chicago got tougher because you add you
Yeah.
add Scottie Pippen, and then you add Horace Grant down as a power forward. So the center they had Bill Cartwright. Okay, so now you got some big bodies. You can push the Pistons around.
Yeah.
That's when they started winning championships.
Yeah. That first
if you
run.
But if you look at Shaq's championships came after Hakeem Olajuwon left.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Olajuwon was too.
Well, he was a beast.
Mhm.
He's
Hey,
the most. He's one
did
of the
he
most
ever
underrated
speak
players that
English?
no one ever talks about.
Yeah. Did he even speak English? I don't think he did. Did he?
did.
Did he in his
Yeah,
career?
he
Or-
went to the University of Houston.
Oh, that doesn't say much, but
I was all excited when Clyde Drexler went down there, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
yeah.
But see,
King?
Houston had a bunch of at that time. They just had a bunch of role guys,
Yeah.
except for Olajuwon and Sampson. And I hated Ralph Sampson because he was the biggest pussy I've ever seen in my life. 7'3", 200 pounds. He wouldn't mix it up. He thought I was
Well,
tall in
that's
college,
that's. I would be a pussy at that weight and that height, though, Bob. That's nothing. That's like paper.
no, but I would work out.
Yeah, I would
and
too.
improve my game.
I'd start eating some proteins and start putting
Well,
some weight.
because
on.
in college he was an anomaly. He was taller than everybody else.
Yeah,
The problem was, while he was in college, he never won a championship.
yeah,
Okay, they got beat by Carolina. They got beat by Carolina State. They got beat by Georgetown. And his last shot at it, the best game ever, one of the best college basketball games ever. Villanova upsets Georgetown in '85.
I remember that game.
So do
That's
I.
what I got. That it was early '80s, and I remember. I think it was just when ESPN started, and I fell into it by accident. I got home late. It was like fucking 1:00 in the morning. I turned on the TV, and there's ESPN, and they're showing a college basketball. Remember the late night games they used to do the recap? And I was like, this is so much better. Look at this. And I'm like, I'm watching college, and I just started right there. I was like talking
When I
college.
was a kid, up until 8th grade, all the they played most of the NBA finals taped late at night.
Tape delayed at night.
Yeah, unless it was a Saturday game, then they show it Saturday afternoon. You
Uh,
know what I miss now
ESPN,
that we're just
Real Sports,
on like tangents?
yeah.
Okay, I miss
The Green Machine.
Saturday afternoon. The Green Machine. Okay, Saturday afternoon World Series games. I remember being a kid. World
Oh yeah,
Series was
yeah,
played during the day
yeah, yeah. But I
because we
like
were
that.
always
Remember that though? That how awesome was? Are you sneaking the radio into class to try to listen to
yeah,
the? That was awesome, dude.
yeah. I mean, it's just like I because when my dad would come home for Vietnam or he had to go to Vietnam, every time we moved in October because it was cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're going across Idaho and we're going across Wyoming. You could always catch the game on the radio, and you'd listen to the ball game, World Series or playoffs, didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
You know,
remember my little AM transmitter
yeah,
radio, dude. My one head. Remember the other time we had the
yeah.
one earpiece. Brian doesn't remember this shit, Bob, but had the one earpiece, and
Uh-huh.
we would try to hide it in our clothes and bring it
Mm-hmm.
back up our ear so we could listen to the World Series while we're in class. Oh, those are
You're
good.
you're probably too young for this, but when all the Apollo missions,
Oh
when
God,
they
yeah,
would come back from space
yeah,
in school, they would wheel a TV in every room so you could watch
yeah, yeah.
it. Yeah,
That,
because it was awesome.
that's when America was America.
Oh,
And we were proud
you know
of
what?
what our
Again,
accomplishments
not
were.
not to go off on a tangent
You're
again,
allowed to. You're a legend on this. You are the legend of
because
this
we
show,
got to get
dude.
our picks in here pretty soon.
You are the
I had
legend.
lunch today with a great friend. I've known her for 20 years. She's white. She's married to a black gentleman, and they have a black kid. So we were talking about the current state of affairs,
Yeah,
and so she's telling me how she's talking to her son about how he must present himself.
yeah,
Okay, so Jordan can't wear hoodies.
yeah,
He can't do this. If the cops pull you over, you leave your hands on the wheel, and you yes or no, sir, and you pass everything he needs.
yeah,
And it's crazy because we were sitting in a restaurant, a lot of Mexican people, and I'm like, Mexican kids today have it hard
yeah,
because when parents send their kids off to school, especially in California, they cannot wear a solid blue shirt. They cannot wear a solid red shirt because they'll get shot for no apparent reason.
yeah, yeah.
And it's just the state of things that's not crazy, but yeah, but remember all the good stuff. Get to
Yeah.
watch the,
Yeah, see,
you
I
know,
remember the transition, Bob. I was there. I remember that transition from
mm-hmm,
being able to do all that stuff prior, and then the change was that movie.
yeah,
And you know which movie I'm talking about, right? And right now it slipped my mind. I was just ready to say the name of the movie. The God damn it, what was it? And it was the late '80s. I
mm-hmm.
remember it.
Who's in it?
Colors.
Colors.
Colors. When that
Sean
movie
Penn,
came
Robert
out,
Duvall.
yeah, when that movie came, as great
Yeah.
as that movie was, I
Mm-hmm.
remember the shift changing here in California, Northern California.
Yeah.
I remember because I absolutely never heard anybody getting their sneakers stolen. I don't remember
Right.
people getting in trouble or shot over a color of a shirt. And I went to
Right.
buy her. Our fucking colors are
Right.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah, but see, you were
Yeah,
white.
I was
I
white.
had a best friend in high school who
Yeah,
was Mexican,
yeah.
but his cousins all lived on the west side.
Oh, okay.
So when you went to the west side, you were careful. We didn't go very often
Yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah.
they were fools for no reasons.
Yeah, I can kind of picture the change right there after that movie came out.
Yeah.
Things changed, and
Mhm.
well, changed here in Modesto a lot.
Absolutely.
And that movie, and great fucking movie. Still one of
Oh, yeah.
still one of my favorite lines is the Bulls.
Yeah.
We can go down there and fuck them all.
Yeah.
But we can walk, or yeah, we can go down there.
No. We can run down and fuck one of them,
Fuck
or
one
we
of
can
them.
walk.
Fuck and fuck
Fuck 'em
them
all.
all. That's right. You ready for the picks there, Brian?
Yeah, we are. Quick question. Did you guys want to do a defensive line for next week?
Yeah,
defensive line would be awesome.
yeah, we could do defensive, the whole defensive unit, all
Just
11
throwing it
players.
out there.
Yeah. Now,
Okay, but here's the deal. Okay,
uh-oh.
this was fun, but if we're gonna do like the defensive unit,
No whole
we can
teams.
do like a set of linebackers from one team or a set of defensive line from one team, but we just can't say the 85 Bears.
Okay. Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
with you on that.
I'm with
Okay,
you.
you got to be a little bit more creative.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
you
That'd
can
be
say-
funner. That'd
You
be
can
fun.
say the steel curtain front four,
Okay.
but then you got to throw in your linebackers,
Your own linebackers, your own safeties.
and your
Yep.
corners.
Got it.
But just to go, okay, give me the 79 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done. No, I like that. I like
I
that.
was thinking the same concept is more like, like you can pick the front
You
front
print the
line,
front four. Yeah.
and then like here, then everything after that has to be set out.
Okay.
or
And
if you pick like the 85 Bears linebackers, you got to do individual alignment.
okay. Okay. And you have to pick your defense style
Absolutely.
and your coach.
3-4-4-3.
And your coach, because that makes it even harder, because then you got to be really specific what kind of defense you're going to put together and who you're picking.
I think it'd be kind of fun to figure out like whose defensive line would beat the other person's offensive line, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really interesting.
And then we'll take those guys, we'll put them together on a arcade game, and we'll play and see who wins. You can. We could totally do that on Madden. You could do that on Madden. We could put that whole. I don't know if they let you pick a single place each position. Do they? That'd be fucking awesome. Just to put that.
I think I
put our
had
teams.
one of the Maddens was free for PS4, and if I can run through it and figure out how to do that.
Hey Frankie, I see you there, son. Why don't
See
you
if I
pick
can
your
set that up.
offense? Pick your offense if you want to. We'll post it on there. We're gonna do our picks now. Yeah, Larry, the McDonald's commercial with Larry Bird and Jordan was fucking great.
That was awesome.
That was one of the best commercials ever, man.
Did you ever hear the story about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson hated each other, right?
Yeah.
So they had to do a Converse commercial where you see this limousine pull up to Larry Bird's house, and they're going to have a shooting contest at Larry Bird's house. So while they're filming it, right, and Bird and Magic are telling the story, and Larry's like, "Man, so we break for lunch. I go back to my trailer, and Larry goes, "Come on up to the house. My mom's cooking lunch. Let's go." And Magic's like, I don't know if I want to go up there because he got Larry Bird and his brother up there. I don't know who I'm going to have to fight because they didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Right. So they go up there and they bring Magic into the house. Larry Bird's mom runs over and just gives him a big old hug.
Oh.
How are you? Blah, blah, blah. She goes, "You are my favorite player of all time." And Magic just smiles and Larry's laughing because that's true.
It's true.
And they sit down and have lunch and they just start talking and realize they both come from broken homes. They both grew up poor. They're doing this. They're the best friends in life now.
Yeah, yeah.
After that moment, they're like huge friends.
With Magic, it was that smile, dude. That smile, you could not like fucking Magic. When he smiled, it was like game over. It's just,
oh, trust me.
Yeah.
I hated the Lakers.
Yeah,
in the 80s. Boston Celtic fan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But it's just, but
Kansas City, you can't
together.
pick, Frank, you can't pick the fucking whole Kansas City offense, dude.
Oh, last year?
That's what he's picking. My son's picking the Kansas City. You got to break it down. We want your starting quarterback of all time, of all the quarterbacks in NFL history, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and fullbacks. So you can't just pick the Kansas City fucking offense, dude, because they weren't that great.
If
I'll take.
would have ran the ball in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The Niners would be Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, yeah. I would take Bob's team over that team any day of the week. I'd take any one of our three. I'd take any one of these three teams against that team, dude.
Because our offensive lines would have been great.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine could win.
All right, who's up first, Brian?
All right, so we got I just start with the Bengals, just going alphabetical.
Oh, you got to announce the two teams. So we're doing.
Bengals and what, the Ravens?
Ravens.
Ravens
Is the only two in that AFC North that we have left. So the Bengals, which I had the schedule up too in case someone wants to check it. First game will be Bengals Chargers at Bengals.
Ooh,
Bengals.
Bengals. Easy one.
Yeah, that's all of us on that one. So second one would be Browns Bengals at Browns.
Did we already pick that? Because we already did the Cleveland games
Did
last
we do
week.
that?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Yes,
Mhm.
we did.
He's not being an Andre. He knows what he's talking
No.
about.
I'm just like, hey, we already picked this
We already
again.
picking those.
Think twice.
We
Hey, we
already,
already picked this game.
we already
Johnny,
picking
Johnny,
those
Johnny, your
teams.
baklava, whatever
Yeah,
that
we are. Andre couldn't be with us tonight. He's being put to work. Maureen, his wife, put him to work tonight. He's slaving in the backyard and garden.
It's so you have it open as Cincinnati at Cleveland, right?
Open.
Well, you said that was the next game. I thought we already picked those.
Yeah.
We did. Yep.
Okay.
So the one after that is Eagles Bengals at Eagles. I don't think I updated from last week, but we'll just it'd be fine. So
John,
no worries.
take your pick.
So
Eagles, man.
Well, you already know my answer.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
wait,
got it. I had it
2 years football.
2 years.
Varsity.
Varsity. I got that one too. I gotta find those clips, man.
Yeah, I'll go with the Eagles.
Gotta go with the Eagles on it.
and
Those both teams I think suck, but go with the Eagles.
I think the Eagles will be pretty good.
Yeah, Eagles are gonna be fine.
so the next one is Bengals Jaguars at Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals, man.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm gonna go Jags.
See, I was thinking the same thing.
I am gonna. There can only be one. There can only be one.
You said the Bengals, huh? There, Slick.
I said the Bengals.
Of course you did. So Bengals Ravens at Ravens.
Ravens.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. What are we picking?
Bengals Ravens at Ravens.
Bengals, Ravens. Ravens.
So Colts Bengals at Colts.
I'm gonna go
Ooh.
against the grain, and I'm going Colts because I think what's his name will get his shit together by then.
Yeah, I'm thinking Colts.
He's gotta.
Yeah,
That's game what,
I think
5, 6
Bengals
in.
take that
He's
one.
got to figure that offensive out.
You think so?
I think he's a good quarterback. I really do. I just think he's just had some shit luck there in San Diego.
No, this is his last year. He's
Yeah.
horrible.
Pretty much done, but I think he's
Yeah,
just
Jacob
had some.
Eason's going to be the starter halfway.
Yeah, I think he had some shitty luck there in San. I think it's a franchise that didn't. I don't know. It just to me they've always seemed to be a franchise that just wanted to get to the playoff.
Yeah.
Just to keep the fans happy. I hate that. I hate teams that are like that because there are a few teams that are like that I hate rooting for because that's what you can just tell by the big. This is built just to get us. Let's get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Oakland A's.
All right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to the A's when we're done picking teams. Go ahead, Brian.
That's the Oakland A's fucking motto. Let's just get to the playoffs.
No, we're gonna get there after we're done picking games. Come on, Andre. Pay attention, Andre. Okay?
All right, go. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Brian.
So we're looking at Bengals Titans at Bengals.
Titans.
Titans, yeah. Titans.
Next one we did already. That was Steelers Bengals. Bengals Washington at Washington.
I'm gonna go Washington, man.
How bad is Washington going to be? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go with Washington.
They're gonna be so bad they won't have a name.
They got Adrian Peterson though.
Hey, listen, he's a good running back.
He is.
He's just on the wrong team right now.
Yeah.
That's all it
And with
comes
the
down
first
to.
pick in our fantasy draft,
Yeah.
Ryan picks Adrian Peterson.
And we might have him as a guest on this show. We're waiting to see. I'm going to find out if this happens. If Madison can make that happen for us, that's going to be awesome.
Well, that'd be incredible.
Yeah, that'd be super awesome.
It would be really nice, actually.
Yeah, it would be fucking crazy. Dude. He's going to be like, who are these guys? Read it. 4 Nobodies talking sports.
Oh no, trust me. When you first said Trevor Bauer, I already had questions in mind.
Oh, yeah. It would have been awesome. Hey, I was just shocked to get the DM back from him. I thought that was even cooler. And he goes, man, I wish I could. You know, just schedule. And I get it. But that guy is, I figured I don't want to take up, let's go picks.
No, you can keep saying it.
He's a media whore. He's a media whore. That guy records himself taking a shit. So, I mean, Trevor, he's on it. Yeah, he's got his own YouTube channel. He's got his own.
Oh, I didn't know that.
His own Facebook page that he posts videos daily. He carries a camera around with him all season. He's literally carrying a camera with him throughout the whole. Okay. He's recording during the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he loves the camera. I think he's
the camera loves him.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty cool little series on YouTube, which is the COVID-19 season, is what it's called. So it's pretty cool. Who knows?
All right, Brian, who do we got next?
Next one is Bengals Giants at Bengals.
Yeah.
Giants.
God, dude, it's tough, dude. I'm gonna go against Bob. Go against him.
See. I think you're gonna lose because you're going against Bob.
I know. It's stupid. I'm being stupid, but
all those little picks is gonna cost you, man.
I just can't see. Well, didn't we do the Giants already?
No,
we didn't. I'm sorry, I pulled an Andre there. But yeah, I just don't. I just don't see the Giants being that good of a team. I really don't.
I think they'll be better than they were last year.
Yeah. One more game better.
No, I'm thinking 2 more games better. Because Daniel Jones has another year. Saquon Barkley's got another year. They picked up a receiver in the draft. Plus, their number 1 overall pick, offensive lineman from University of Georgia.
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas.
They would have picked somebody from Penn State. Would have been.
They did. Saquon Barkley. Okay, go ahead. What's next, Brian?
The next one would be Dolphins Bengals at Dolphins.
Tua against Joe Burrow.
Where at?
Miami.
At Dolphins.
I'm going to go Dolphins for the home 3-point win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dolphins.
I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Dolphins.
You don't have a lot of faith in a lot of teams. How many teams have you picked that have only won 2 games the whole season? Patriots? Where'd you pick them? 2-14.
Hey, that's just because they're the Patriots.
That's why you're not going to win.
Oh yeah, my few picks there versus all yours scattered around. I see how it is.
Good.
So the next one we did already, Steelers, Bengals at Bengals. So Bengals Texans at Texans.
Texans. Yeah. That'd be a no-brainer.
By the way, John, what's a bacala?
It's a fish.
Huh?
It's basically a fish. But
that's what Andre keeps calling you.
Yeah, like a fish. It's basically a fish. It's bacala, but it's I'm kind of lost on that word because it can kind of mean like a fish, but like also like a. Why am I whispering? Like it's someone can. God, that was too funny, dude.
Nobody's gonna hear you, man.
Nobody's gonna hear him. Hey, Bob, it's just me and you here.
Right?
That was great.
Awesome.
That was great.
He's afraid because he's trying to say the word
pussy. That was too funny.
That's awesome. Oh shit!
Can you tell? Hilarious. Can you tell I'm not a TV guy?
You're whispering like your parents are listening to you.
Right?
That was fucking funny. That was funny.
So you should just totally cut that and just keep that for your own sane reasons.
I'm gonna replay that one tonight. I think John said pussy.
We don't know what John said. He was whispering at the time.
Yeah.
He's whispering because he wants to say the word.
Yeah, he wants to say pussy, but he doesn't want. He's gonna whisper.
No, seriously.
He's gonna
Okay.
whisper it.
So we're gonna all right, sorry, tangent here real quick.
That was fine.
I grew up watching Speed Racer the cartoon.
Yeah,
I-
Okay, all right. So this moment here reminds me of the announcer every time Racer X would first show up, because it was always Racer X is secretly Rex's Speed's older brother who ran away from home when he was younger. That's what that
funny.
moment was.
Yeah. That's the
All right, go. What's the next team?
The next team would be. Give me a second here. Boop, boop. All right. Oh, I gotta go back. Bengals. Next one, which is the last game. Bengals Ravens at Bengals.
Ravens.
Bengals. I'm gonna give him the home field advantage. Give him the 3
You
points.
know, the only way you're going to
You
win
think
that
so?
game is if the Ravens already clinched the division instead.
That's
of
what I was thinking. The same thing. Yeah.
And they put the non-starters in.
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
that too, Bob. But I'm gonna be right. So.
All right.
Who
So
we have?
2, 3.
All right, what team's next?
4, 5.
Oh,
6,
Ravens.
He's gonna give us
9.
He's gonna give us our pick totals.
Yeah, 1.
Totals.
You have them winning one game, Bob?
No way.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, no. Yeah, Bengals, yeah.
I've only got them winning one game.
Yeah, you do.
Oh shit!
You have them beating the Chargers. Otherwise, you have the Browns winning, the Eagles winning, Jaguars winning, Ravens winning, Colts winning, Browns winning, Titans winning, Steelers winning, Washington winning, Giants winning, Dolphins winning, Cowboys winning, Steelers winning, Texas winning, Ravens
Yeah, that
winning.
sounds right.
Jesus.
We know what team Bob doesn't like. Oh, that's great.
See, I got them 7-9 too. Jesus.
We both have them 7 and 9.
See,
Yeah.
I think the win total is going to be around 3 or 4.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be that good.
Well, they were 2-14 last year.
Yeah,
so-
Bob might be fucking right on the money with his one win, dude.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting actually. I think that's gonna be
Bob might be spot on. That's
No,
what
I think they're going to win about 3 games.
you think so?
Yeah.
But you have them picked as one.
I know, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be wrong on a couple of those games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we're all gonna be wrong at times. I mean, I think we are. But
Well, the whole thing is does AJ Green come back healthy?
Yeah.
Who's going to start the season at quarterback for Cincinnati? When are they going to throw Joe Burrow in? And did they do enough on their offensive line to
Yeah.
protect him?
And I don't think they did anything.
And none of us right now can probably name one their most notable defensive player.
yeah, true. I can agree with that.
What do
I think a few of the games I was a little bit forgiving on some of them, but
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. I think it's gonna be interesting how it's gonna play out because I've actually got it set so we can actually see like how like this season is comparatively to what we predicted too. So it's gonna be very interesting.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's our
Yeah,
stat guy.
you should really see how this shaking out. It's
He's
crazy.
our stat guy. And next week we'll have an official. Let me announce it. Next week we'll have our first official cheerleader.
Yeah.
Nice.
She will be joining us. It will be a surprise, and it's not Karen.
Do we get to pick out her uniform?
I don't know. That'd be great. Kathy would love that. Oh, I said her name. Damn it!
Ah.
Way to go.
All right. So let's get to the Ravens.
It's only us
Ravens.
listening. It's only us
Ravens,
listening.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nobody else can hear us talking, guys.
He's Speed's older brother, Rex.
He's in the black car.
Yeah, exactly.
What he doesn't know is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right,
All right,
Ravens.
so we have the
Raven.
Ravens. We already did the first game, which is Browns.
That's right.
Second
Mhm.
game, we have the Texans, Ravens at Texans.
At Texan, I'm going to give him home field. I'm going to go with Texans.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go Texans too. I think J.J. Watt has a big game.
See, I think so. They play them. Yeah, they play them once. Okay. I was hoping they play them twice, but because I want to give that one to the Ravens.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game, to be honest. But I could be wrong. Chiefs, Ravens at Ravens.
Ooh. Oh man.
Didn't we pick that one already though? Prior? Oh, we didn't do. Didn't we do Kansas City?
No.
I'm not being an Andre right now, but
All right, Andre, knock it off.
Did we do
Did
it?
we do Kansas City?
We did not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, only because they didn't play last year in the playoffs because Tennessee beat them, and I'm going to give the home field advantage to the Ravens.
That's tough, man. That's game 2, right?
Game 3.
Game 3.
3. Yep. Sorry. Why does the number game matter? Just go team versus team.
I just, I sometimes think that like teams that won Super Bowls usually sometimes start slow. So I'm just kind of thinking, that's why I'm kind of wondering if it's game 1, 2, or 3, but I'm going to go Kansas City, man, on that one. Gotta go Kansas City. I think by game 3, I don't know. I can't see, I'm going to be honest, I can't see Kansas City losing too many games in that division.
Okay, so Washington, Ravens at Washington.
Man, I'm going to go, no, who am I kidding? Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens. Washington Republicans.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one we did Ravens Bengals. So Eagles Ravens at Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm going to go Ravens because Mr. 2-year varsity isn't going to be able to handle it. Okay, I'm going Ravens.
Hey Wayne. Hey Wayne. Hey Wayne. 2 years. 2 years varsity.
2 years high school football, Wade.
Yeah.
Varsity.
Varsity.
So the next one we did Steelers. After that, it's Colts Ravens at Colts.
Ravens.
Ravens.
And then we did the next one Patriots, and then Ravens Titans at Ravens.
Ravens.
Titans.
Bastard. Hey Bob, you're such a buckala.
Whisper.
I think the Ravens are going to come in looking for revenge because Tennessee beat them.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that they stop Derrick Henry, man.
I'm gonna call you the better word. You're such a Stugotz. You remember Tony Soprano's boat?
Yeah.
The Stugotz.
So
That was a great series, by the way.
Yeah, I watched it a couple weeks ago. I had to start the last season just to watch it again, and then got to the last episode, and I shut it off. I don't like watching the last episode. And now, well, of course, they can't do nothing. They magically put Tony Soprano in clip or something. Have AJ run the family. Have AJ. Can you imagine AJ?
My son looks like him.
Yeah, but can you imagine AJ running the family? Not Chris. Just imagine AJ, dude.
Yeah.
Can you imagine AJ as a hitman?
Oh yeah, Tony Jr. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do it today. Maybe we'll kill him tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. Let's go
Only
get
if the daughter is now working at the Bada Bing
Yeah,
club. Okay?
she's a stripper at the bottom.
Bada Bing, up in the room, making her $50, $500, whatever. Okay, go ahead, Brian.
Talk about the head of the family gets killed and his daughter's working at the Bing.
Yeah. Hard times, Johnny, hard times.
Bob, you should be writing screenplays, dude.
Hey, my lips to God, okay?
Oh, my lips to God, man.
All right, what's next, Brian?
All right, so next one is Steelers Ravens at Steelers, which we already did. The
Yeah.
next one after that is Ravens Cowboys at Ravens, which we did.
Mm-hmm.
Browns Ravens at Browns, which we did. After that, it's Ravens Jaguars at Ravens.
Oh, Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens. Only because it's home field advantage.
The Jaguars.
Yeah.
The Jaguars.
Ravens Giants at Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, come on. By then, the Giants are playing for a draft pick, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Exactly.
We need that first pick. Let's lose by 10, maybe 20. Yeah, that's gonna be a weird. That's gonna be all. I wanted to talk about that other thing after we're done with picks, but we're gonna talk Oakland A's stuff because I know Bob's dying to bring.
Yeah.
So hurry up. Are we done? We're done, right? Did fucking Mr. Google freeze up? Oh, there he is.
All right, no, I'm still here. Just doing addition. So John did 11-5.
That's about right.
Bob did 14-2.
Yeah.
I did 10-6.
We're all pretty close there. Where was their record last year?
14-2.
Yep.
Okay, let me throw this question out there that I brought up in chat, and I just, this is not going to happen. So if anybody hears this, don't go freaking out. I thought about that when Brian said that, but it's not that I saw this written anywhere, but I would kind of like to get Bob and Brian's take if, say, the NFL said we're going to cut the season to 8. Would you be cool? I would be upset. Like, how would you even do that?
Why? Why would you?
Yeah, why would you do it? But
I mean, baseball, you can do 60 because you play every day. But if you're gonna cut football, just don't play this.
Don't even play. If you're cutting it to 8, I mean, even if they were to cut it to say 10 games, it'd still be pretty hard to. You got how many teams? You got at least 4 teams, 4 or 5 teams in each division. 4, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
4 in each division.
So
yes, I'm looking at it right now.
So yeah, you could probably get away with like 10 games.
In a minute, come on, go. In a minute.
In a minute.
I don't think. See, I kind of thought about this after you you asked a question, and I don't think that shortening the NFL season to that many games is going to be sufficient enough to
have a playoffs.
Have a good season.
Yeah.
No.
It's not going to tell you anything, to be honest.
No.
That could be just me.
Yeah, I'm with Bob. You might as well just not even play.
Yeah.
They were to even the only reason I brought it up is because I started thinking, they pretty much blew off 4 games. And granted, yes, it is preseason, but it's still pretty important 4 games to get the season started. So I started thinking, well, if they would just blow off 4 games, what would stop them from blowing off, say, 4 games during the regular season?
Did you see where the Big Ten wants to cancel the season? So Ohio State, Michigan, Nebraska, and there's another team. They want a petition to play in the Big 12 with Oklahoma and those guys this year because they're playing.
They're playing.
The SEC's playing.
Yeah.
The Pac-12 is not playing.
Yeah, the Pac-12's out
because their governors, California, Washington, and Oregon, bunch of pussies. Okay, Arizona, Colorado want to play, but the governors don't want them to play.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I'm the Big Ten, I just grow up here and say, look, everyone's playing because there's a lot of kids. I mean, there's a lot of kids' livelihoods on the line here.
Oh God, yeah, you got to. I mean, the way the times are now, there's some freshmen that would want to play in the NFL, but
plus you got Justin Fields from Ohio State. He's a junior. This is his last year.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. This is his last year.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to go number 1 and 2 in the draft.
Yeah. Well, college wants that. They want that 80, 100,000 fans in those stadiums. That they're not going to be able to do that. I mean, they can't. They're not going to be. They're going to play, but they're not going to play to a house of people, are they?
You know what? I mean, it's still a month away, but let's see what happens. I would just. Well, what they already did was every conference went to a 10-game season. You're going to play 10 conference opponents, 10 or 9 conference games and 1 non-conference game.
Non-conference.
Yeah, because Georgia's playing some teams that they haven't played in a long time, like Arkansas, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Right, because they're in the West and Georgia's in the East.
East.
All right, so let's get past this.
Okay, hit me.
Did we see the A's Houston yesterday?
I saw a little bit of clips of it. Didn't watch it.
A little bit of it. I just made this out highlights of it. Didn't watch it.
All right, so basically, Houston hits 5 A's players over the 3-game series. So, what the hell is his name? Laurinino or Lorna? Whoever the guy is, okay, gets hit twice in the same game.
Yeah, that would piss me
He's
off.
walking yesterday to the first base, right? And he's chirping to the pitcher about, hey, throw it this way, blah, 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 blah. He gets first base. And the Houston hitting coach is saying stuff about Liriano's mother.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So the Houston pitching coach is telling Liriano, come on, let's go. Best move I've ever seen in baseball. Liriano just takes off and attacks the whole Houston dugout.
No shit. I gotta.
Yeah, and this coach, pull the clip up. This coach.
I gotta pull the clip
Houston,
up.
The tough guy going, come on, let's go, let's fight. It is hiding behind 3 Houston Astros players when Liriano rushes him.
First thing that comes up, A's and Astros brawl.
Yeah, pull it up, man.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but
I'm sure they
I've
won't
already
be able
seen it a
to.
million times.
You guys won't be able to see it, but
Yeah, you should look it up. Those watching, and
let me see if I can pull it up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Let me get
It's
it.
a brawl, man.
It's a
Holy
brawl.
crap.
No, he's a one-man show. He just goes after the dugout. He doesn't care. He's one man against the whole team.
All right, I'm gonna play the clip. You guys can see it on Facebook.
Again, that's the second time. Now he's pointing at Castellanos. It looked like a breaking ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get back in. I got you at the beginning of the show.
So everybody kind of standing
There you go.
around.
Yeah, he's walking over to the dugout right now. We're walking to first base right now.
No, he's walking to first. He doesn't
Yeah.
walk to the dugout. He runs.
Yeah.
And you can see Loriano just kind of talking about.
Oh, he hit him right on the back.
Looks like I can feel him
Mm-hmm.
releasing the ball in a fashion. Now we've.
Look out, folks. This is
Oh,
not
here's
a
the
good
brawl.
idea. This is not a good idea. Loriano
So much for
sprayed through the
COVID.
dugout, and this is
Yeah,
not
right?
good, folks.
I don't see any masks
This is
on.
exactly what Major League
But the
Baseball
problem
said
is
you
everyone is
absolutely
protecting
cannot
Houston
do.
because they cheated and they
Yeah.
don't want them to get thrown at. But how do you hit the A's 5 times? The A's didn't hit you 1 time, and there's no punishments yet.
Yeah.
Ramon
Wow, they're wearing their
Laureano
old
looked like when
unis,
he was
too.
hearing From the dugout,
Yeah.
and he started
Yeah, I
sprinting
just thought
right
that was a
at the
ball's
dugout.
move. He got the first. I was chirping. He just went by himself into the Houston, or tried to get into the Houston dugout.
Yeah, he
Fans
tried.
in the stands. You hear everything. You
Wow.
hear everything.
There's a couple guys wearing their mask in there.
This is going to cost some players
Yeah.
some games. And
Cost them
that's
some
why it's a
games.
big mistake.
You're right.
Yeah. It's gonna be. How many do they have left in that set now?
Yeah, he just got under it.
They're on game 15, so there's roughly 45 games left.
Yeah.
No. It's because
His
usually
28-man
don't
roster,
they
as the
do
coach
3
said, there's
sets?
a whole bunch of people.
Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
This year they're playing 10 games, so
Loriano
they
going
still
back
have
to the
7
dugout.
games left. Houston and the
Well,
A's.
the umpires are going to have
Okay.
to
All the rest of the games now are gonna be
sift through
interesting.
this a little bit.
What's funny is not having them pan to the crowd because there's nobody to pan
Right.
to,
They're
dude.
just
It's
Yeah, I
just-
was like, you can't pan to the crowd because like
Yeah.
it's all cardboard sticking up.
okay, you guys saw that. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that picture I sent in the group. That was just too freaking funny. And do you think anybody spotted that? Having weekend at Bernie's guy.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
it
I
was all
did.
over social
Yeah.
media.
I saw
It
that. That
was
was
all over
hilarious.
social media.
Yeah.
Everyone popped that up.
Do you think?
Right.
Do you think nobody at the front office caught on to that, or they just said, just that's the picture? Or do you think someone goes, "This is fucking Bernie"?
Somebody somebody paid for that cutout, and
Yeah.
that's the picture they wanted.
That was.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't stop
I
laughing.
laughed at that. That was so funny.
Yeah.
And
That's
and
awesome.
the way I saw it was watching the clip on YouTube, and I kept looking. I'm like, there's something weird here. That I know that face. And then somebody posted it on Facebook. I was like, son of a bitch, that's Bernie.
Okay, so you saw the picture of the 2 cheerleaders when I was at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Because we had special VIPs. We got to see them all walk by us and stuff.
You lucky
And
bastard.
I have a great picture of the Dallas Cowboy girls.
Lucky
But
man.
my cheerleading story from the '99 Pro Bowl is, so we're in Hawaii, and the cheerleaders are staying in the same hotel as we are. So you see them coming in from practice and stuff, blah blah blah. So I catch the Denver Broncos girl, beautiful lady, blonde lady. So Sunday morning's game time. I got up. My friend Kathy's still asleep. I took her with me. I'm on my balcony. 7:00 in the morning. I'm stretching. I look down to my right or to my left, and there's this door opens. Out steps this incredible, gorgeous blonde, just, and she is looking out, and she's stretching, right? She's no clothes on. She's stretching, and she's looking around. All of a sudden, she looks up. I go, "How you doing?"
Thank you.
She's like, "I'll be right back." I go, "Why?"
Wow, I already seen everything.
And my first comment to her was when she came back with a robe. I said, "So how do you like living in Denver?"
Bob threw that one.
She goes, "Well, how do you know?" I said, "Well, you're the Denver Broncos cheerleader. I saw you yesterday."
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah.
no, that was just awesome. That'll be
That's
imprinted by
fucking
mine
hilarious.
forever, man. She's
That's
out there in the morning, 7:00 in the morning, getting some sun, a little stretching,
That's
clothes on. I'm like, okay, this works for me.
that's Bob's way of breaking the ice. Hey, how do you like living in Denver? Hey,
I'm not gonna say, "Hey, nice tits."
nice.
No.
Hey, good for you. Good for you. That's what I say. Good for you. Good for you.
Did you know that there's some
You
NFL?
guys ever Googled the Rodney Carrington "Show 'Em to Me"?
No, I never Googled
I think
that.
I've seen it.
Okay, YouTube Rodney Carrington. It's a song called "Show 'Em to Me,"
Show 'em to me.
and the song is about he wants women to flash their boobs at.
Yeah.
And there's this one lady with an incredible set of boobs, and he just at the end of the song, he looks up at her. He goes, "I want to shake your daddy's hand." But it's a great. Go ahead, YouTube it. It's hilarious.
Oh, I've
It's a
seen
great
that. Yeah, I have seen that. Yes, I have seen that. Yeah, I can't play. I can't play it
He
though.
looks at her. He goes, "I want to shake your daddy's hand."
I would have said saying, yeah, I can't play it because it's music. YouTube will block it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. On your off time, look at it.
Yeah, I'll
Don't
check
put
it
on
out.
air.
Did you know that there's some NFL teams that don't have a cheerleading squad?
What?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Yeah, I was gonna say Green Bay, and there's another old school
No,
team.
there's quite a few of them actually.
Well,
The
when the craze was going, Green Bay and Chicago were the only two I knew who did.
yeah, Steelers don't.
Yeah, Steelers don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a mascot. The Giants don't, and they don't have a mascot either.
Right.
That's kind of interesting. The other one is, let's scroll back up. I was kind of taking a look here. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Actually, Green Bay does not.
Right. Green Bay was the first one. Yeah.
Yep. And Bears do not.
Bears. Said the Bears.
And the Bills.
Bills used to.
It's shown here that they don't. Well, currently they don't.
Back in 1999, the first year I went to the Pro Bowl, because one cheerleader from every squad gets to come out and represent the team.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have one from Green Bay. They didn't have one for Chicago. But the Bills did have a girl. She was right next to the Patriots girl. Now, I don't know if they still have them, but when the cheerleading craze was going crazy, everybody but Green Bay and Chicago had them.
Yeah.
Minnesota was like the last one to jump on board with them.
All right, guys, we're way past the 9 o'clock thing.
We are. I
Yeah.
gotta let my dog.
So we'll see everybody next week. We're going to be doing our starting defensive line. We're going to pick our coach, or no, not a coach. Duh. We're going to pick our defensive starting lineup, the defense that we picked, 4-5-3, 5-3, whatever. And what else? That's it.
Formation?
No, yeah. You're
Yeah,
gonna
the
pick whether
formation.
yeah.
Are we doing defensive coach too?
Yeah, we can.
We can, yeah, we
Okay.
could do defensive coach.
And then all the rest is gonna be the same as before.
Yeah, and
I
then
just have one question
yes, Bob.
as the announcer. Is
Uh-oh.
Mike Hawk, who is really Big Dick Mike, going to be here next week?
Yes, Mike will be here next week. He said for sure he'll be here.
You forgot to whisper.
I was trying to whisper. Who's really Speed's older brother X. Fellas, have a good night, man. This was fun.
Sounds good,
All right,
man.
guys. See
All
you
right.
guys. Thanks again. We'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Peace
All right.
out. Oh wait,
Out.
I gotta play Jackie Moon.
Oh.
Come on, girl. Yeah. And Bob left during the Jackie Moon song.
I was like, no more.
Bob's gonna be upset that he didn't catch the Jackie Moon song to end the show.
I think he is too.
I'm talking rainforest sweaty. I'm talking about sweaty.
Let's fill a bathtub full of sweat.
Full of bathtub full of sweaty. All right, that is our show, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace out. End show.